the end of the year, people often increase their giving. The Brooklyn Park Salvation Army opened a food pantry this summer and say now there is increased need. Here's reporter Sonia Goins with the story.
Volunteers were busy stocking the shelves early Thursday morning.
It's just a never-ending cycle of needs.
The Brooklyn Park Salvation Army Pantry has been helping families to stretch their food budgets during the pandemic. This summer, they converted office space into a food shelf.
It's just continued to expand. There's a never-ending need of people that need food.
Salvation Army officials say the demand for the pantry has increased over the past few months.
We've gone from 15 families a week to almost 300 a week. So the need is definitely there, and people are using it more frequently.
But the Salvation Army is making what could be an uncomfortable situation as easy as possible.
There's definitely needs in Brooklyn Park, but I think there is a stigma and maybe just families feeling embarrassed to seek out the help.
People can shop for their food on their own, or they can do curbside pickup. The organization also offers pre-packaged bags.
We're seeing people now coming through the Salvation Army that maybe before would have never walked in our doors.
The global supply chain shortage is impacting the food shelf. There's some items that they can't get, and they're paying more for food.
We're hoping it's temporary, but prices are increasing by about 8%.
The pantry also has ethnic foods. There are a variety of African items on the shelves.
Once word got around, we were fully booked for people that enjoy fufu, gari.
The Salvation Army says although the demand is high, they hope to continue serving the community.
I don't know where they would be if we were not here.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Interfaith Outreach only has a few weeks left on their biggest fundraiser of the year. Starting back in November, the Plymouth-based nonprofit kicked off an 8-week series of events to raise awareness and $3 million to prevent homelessness. Over the years, Interfaith Outreach has helped prevent homelessness almost 35,000 times through helping with rent. You can find out how to help by visiting their website. This campaign closes on December 31st. And now for one of our favorite stories. When schools moved to distance learning during the pandemic, it put a halt on many extracurricular activities. 18 months later, many of those students have graduated, and some programs are trying to rebuild or even relaunch. That's what happened to Cooper High School's STEP team. But the advisor had an idea to get the team back up and running. Falling back in step is easy to do.
I'm actually very excited.
When it means coming back home.
I definitely miss the fam. I definitely miss being on Cooper floor. So I'm excited to bring it back and put it on the Hawks floor.
If your family bond is right there, then you know the whole routine will come together. So
yeah, the energy,
we'll
bring it.
Cooper High School alumni came back to their old stepping ground after they heard the STEP team might not have enough students to keep it going.
A lot of my students have graduated already, so I only had maybe 2 left. I didn't think that we would have a STEP team again until I came up with an idea.
It only took advisor Tammy Rucker reaching out to Cooper alumni to get the excitement back.
A lot of students have been coming to me asking, are you going to step? Are you going to step? One student created flyers for me because that's how bad they want STEP back in the building.
And by the time the band warmed up and students filtered into the homecoming pep rally,
Super exciting!
enough alumni came back to show Cooper's student body what STEP is all about.
This was everything in my high school. This was my family. We all grew with each other.
Sure, yes.
This is what kept us, going with school and just having that backbone and that family.
Alumni say STEP gives people of diverse backgrounds a chance to come together in complete cadence.
I think that's the biggest thing, is coming together and making sure that the beat is on point, that we're united together, and that we don't mess up.
And if the crowd's response is any indication, that message of unity was well received ahead of a new round of tryouts. And we did reconnect with Mrs. Rucker again after the story aired, and we're happy to report she says they did recruit students to get the STEP team back up and going again. And finally, we leave you with a Christmas card and a holiday wish for you and your family to have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us here at CCX Media.
We'll start our CCX football all-area offense with a talented trio of quarterbacks. Cooper's number 7, Joe Russell, was a 3-year starter and broke most of the Hawks' career passing marks. This fall he threw for 2,036 yards with 28 touchdowns and was Section 5 MVP while leading the Hawks to their first state semifinal.
Now throws and it's complete.
Number 9, Jacob Kilzer of Maple Grove had a great junior season as he led the Crimson to their first Prep Bowl.
So it's caught for a touchdown.
Kilzer threw for 1,457 yards and 14 TDs with just 2 interceptions. He also rushed for 631 yards and 14 TDs. Number 3, Marcus Freeman of Park Center shined in his senior season for the resurgent Pirates. Freeman passed for 1,891 yards and 23 TDs and was Twin City Green Most Valuable Player.
Down the middle of the field and it's a completion.
Our running backs include number 3, Derrick Jamison of Maple Grove.
Oh, breaks the tackle, he's in the open.
Jamison had a breakthrough senior season, rushing for 1,591 yards while averaging 9.6 per carry with 23 touchdowns. He's a Mr. Football finalist.
And he's going to go for a touchdown.
Number 11, Julian Alfaro Diedrich of Wayzata switched from receiver to running back this fall and had a great impact.
Bounces it outside, slips a tackle, Diedrich to the end zone.
He rushed for 1,117 yards and 13 touchdowns while also catching 21 passes. Number 6, Camden Royal of Cooper was the Hawks' offensive MVP, rushing for 1,415 yards and 15 touchdowns. He also caught 20 passes and has multiple scholarship offers.
And that'll spring him for the touchdown.
Number 7, Micah Hoban of Park Center rounds out our backs. Hoban ran for 1,017 yards and 18 TDs, averaging 6.8 per carry. The versatile Hoban had 22 TDs total and has FCS and D2 college interest. Our wide receivers include Cooper's number 4, David Connors.
Tipped, and he's got it.
Connors had a breakout senior season with 41 catches for 962 yards and 13 TDs. He was team MVP and a first-team All-Metro pick. Connors will play at Illinois State. Number 15, Drew Birkland of Wayzata is also a first-team All-Metro pick.
And that's Birkland, it's a touchdown.
Switch from defense to offense this season, Birkland had 55 catches for 722 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Breaks a tackle and he is in for the touchdown.
Number 1, Peyton Newbern of Armstrong was a big play threat for the Falcons. Newbern caught 38 passes for 750 yards with 10 touchdowns. He was Falcons' offensive MVP. Our tight end is number 4 Maple Grove junior Sam Peters.
Over the middle, Sam Peters is open.
Peters is a solid blocker who caught 4 touchdown passes this season. At 6'5", he's drawing Division I interest. Our offensive line includes number 77 tackle Jerome Williams of Osseo. The 6'5", 285-pound junior was Offensive Lineman of the Year in the Metro Maroon North and earned second-team All-Metro honors. He has several Power 5 college offers. Number 77 Kellen Kopp of Park Center was also a second-team All-Metro choice. The 6'3", 225-pound senior was Twin City Green Offensive Lineman of the Year. Number 65 Brett Kelsenberg of Wayzata was a first-team All-Metro selection. The 6'5", 285-pound senior is a powerful blocker who is committed to the University of North Dakota. Number 72 Will Resman of Maple Grove is a 6'5", 285-pound tackle who is the best lineman for the Crimson. A good puller, watch the great block Resman had versus Woodbury.
Just pancake.
Rounding out the line is Cooper center number 55 Elijah Enna. The tenacious Enna earned all-district honors while anchoring the line for a potent offense. Our kicker is Maple Grove's number 90 Connor Fournier. The junior made 59 extra points this season and also nailed 6 field goals with a long of 42 yards. A special group, the CCX All-Area Offense.